Hey, hi you guys, and welcome back to Through Evangelist Eyes. My name's Rod Savala, and I have a question for you. Who's your enemy? Who is your enemy? At one time, if you're now a believer, your enemy was God. You had sinned before your Creator. But now, you've become a friend of God, and God is no longer your enemy. And even those in the world, we are told in Matthew to love your enemy. Matthew chapter 5, verse 43 through 44. On the Sermon on the Mount, the Lord says, love your enemies. Is that amazing? This transformation takes place when you are born again. And it may take longer as far as you're transforming your thinking to see people no longer as my enemy, but to see them as someone who I've got good news for. But in 2 Samuel, what brought me to this is David wants to build a house for God. And God kind of turns it around on him and says that I'm going to build a name for you, and I am going to take care of your enemies. You will have rest from your enemies. And I hope that's happened in your life, and I hope it's happening in my life, that I have rest from the enemies that plague me, the sins that plague me. But no longer should I call a stranger out here an enemy. They're not. I ought to love them the way God has loved me, and I ought to be ready to bring them the good news. So I hope you are thinking about your past enemies who are now, I hope, loved ones, whether they come to the Lord or not, that I have a love for them and I desire their salvation. God bless you, and let's go look for some of our former enemies. Here we go.